you wearing?
What are you wearing?
Did you know that today is National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day?
That person is wearing an ugly Christmas sweater.
Well, if you didn't, now you do. And
Today is National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day.
I'm wearing this ugly Christmas sweater.
don we now our gay apparel.
Ugly sweaters.
Ugly Christmas sweaters.
All right, showtime.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gay.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was today. I was saving mine for next week.
Me too. And, well, we're sporting our bison gear today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a big game tomorrow. You know?
Yeah, with priorities here.
That's exactly. So we'll make our ugly Christmas sweater day next week. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Walmart's up their game. I don't know if you've shopped there lately and looked in the men's section and because they have like the holiday, because they'll have Halloween stuff.
Oh,
and
sure,
then, T-shirts and sweaters and whatnot. And they got some pretty bad sweaters. On purpose bad.
Good.
Light up, ridiculous. One's got half a cereal bowl thrown in front of it for snacks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody should have one of those.
I was like, I need this.
That's perfect for watching football.
Yes, it is. Wings, cereal, whatever you want, really.
French fries. Yeah,
right.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get me one of those, I think. All right, well, welcome to it. Here it is. It's Friday. Woo.
Finally made it.
Yeah.
And alive.
And we got a little bit of a weather situation, especially depending on where you live, but that Fox forecast with temps really staying steady in the 30s, as we will see some rain likely, and that could eventually turn over to some snow later tonight, but no significant amount, at least for these parts. Check it out, though, the rest of your weekend forecast, which does look dry, and daytime highs remaining in the 30s. It's all there at 1079thefox.com. We've got 39 at 6:05.
Welcome to it, 15th day of December. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe on a Friday. Well, kind of a scary situation as two men have serious injuries after a crash on I-29. Happened yesterday at 5:43 in the afternoon near mile marker 136, about 2 miles south of Grand Forks. HP says a GMC Acadia driven by an 81-year-old man from Devil's Lake and a Dodge Durango driven by a 54-year-old man from Thompson were southbound on 29 in the left lane. For an unknown reason, the GMC was traveling well below the posted speed limit. The Dodge struck the rear end of the GMC. The GMC came to rest in the median. The Dodge came to rest across both southbound lanes of the interstate. Both drivers were transported to Altru Hospital in Grand Forks with serious injuries. Crash remains under investigation. Well, you come across those ones that are driving really slow, and you don't know if you're not paying attention.
Yep.
It's not the first time that's happened. This fall semester is coming to a close today for college students in North Dakota, and for some that means graduation. North Dakota State University and UND are both hosting their winter commencement ceremonies today. Both schools will have multiple ceremonies to celebrate the important academic achievement. NDSU will host ceremonies at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Both ceremonies will take place at Sanford Health Athletic Complex. The ceremonies will also be live streamed on the university's YouTube channel. UND will host ceremonies at 1 and 4. Chester Fritz will host both ceremonies. They will be also live streamed on the school's Facebook and YouTube pages. Also, today's National Cupcake Day.
Hey!
I didn't bring those either.
Huh.
What a fail. Southwest Airlines is being praised for having a policy that allows passengers of size to request one or two complimentary adjacent seats.
Oh.
So that all passengers can be more comfortable. They're not going to charge you.
Oh, nice.
For bigger people, it's super. I mean, there was a time when I was a lot bigger, and forget it.
I don't.
It's a real thing. I mean, it's sad, but it's whatever.
I'm not like the smallest person, but yet I'm big enough to where I'm a lot of times uncomfortable.
Absolutely, and let's face it, those seats have gotten smaller so they can shimmy more asses into seats. They have. They're a lot smaller than they were 20 years ago, and I know I'm a lot bigger probably, but well, maybe not. But.
And it's not just, airlines. It's also at, movie theaters, I feel like sometimes, or sporting events, or
except
concerts.
those posh ones that would recline. They should have had those years ago. In music news, Motley Crue bassist Nikki Sixx shared on social media this week that the band will be releasing some new music next year.
How about that?
That's awesome. Yeah, they recorded some new stuff back in April with John 5, the Mick Mars replacement. And Nikki Sixx also said that he's working with Rob Minkoff developing some new music-related animated projects. Minkoff's the guy that did Lion King and Stuart Little, Haunted Mansion, Forbidden Kingdom.
Wow.
The music for it.
Seems that's the way that our rock stars are going now with the cartoon avatars.
Seems like it. I know Ace isn't happy about it. And Motley Crue's Mick Mars posted a video for his new single, The Right Side of Wrong. It's coming out with his new album. It's called The Other Side of Mars.
Yeah.
Def Leppard shared a new live video of Pour Some Sugar on Me. It was shot last month at Giant Stadium in Sydney, Australia. They posted it on their social media late last night. So next July, they kick off the 23-city tour with Journey that includes Heart, Steve Miller, and Cheap Trick. Our leg of it gets the Steve Miller part of that.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, down in the cities. A Scottish man tore a hole in his throat while trying to stifle a sneeze.
Whoa.
Right?
Oh, my God.
Oh, it could have been a fart. It could have been worse.
Yeah, but you already have a hole in your butt.
Wow. Well, you got a hole in your throat, too. Blew on the way out. 13% of teens admit to using ChatGPT to cheat, which is another way of saying that 87% of teens lie. And finally, 38% of adult Americans have not started their Christmas shopping. There's a name for those people, and they're called husbands. And that's your news for right now.
All right, well, coming up this morning, man, it's another Football Friday with Sammy and everything you need to know about tomorrow's game. Plus, we're calling the Visitor Center in Missoula, Montana over there. You know, we got to find out if it's a fun town or not.
What do you do?
That's right. What do you do when you're in
Do I have to bring food? Do you guys have anything?
Right. Maybe they're doing the ugly sweater thing. I don't know. We want to be prepared, so we'll find out all that coming up. Next, we'll check that scoreboard for you.
Most points the Raiders have ever scored, 63. Most points the Chargers have ever given up, 63 to 21.
I fell asleep right around when they got to the 50 mark. Right. I was like, this.
Oh, so about halftime.
It was about halftime. Yeah.
It was, I think, 45 at halftime.
It was ridiculous.
63-21, as you heard Al Michaels say there. Poor Easton Stick to be even a part of that. And it clearly, I mean, it was a complete meltdown by the entire team.
Entire team.
In the end, Stick had a decent game with 3 touchdowns, but unfortunately a few turnovers, including a pick 6. Ugh.
Sorry, man.
Turnover after turnover.
It was still good to see him on TV.
It was.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun to see Easton Stick finally get his first start in the NFL. Meanwhile, our Vikings there have already ruled out Brian O'Neill from our offensive line there and our running back Alexander Madison. We're used to it, all right? Yeah, just take our starters away. We're used to it.
We don't want them. Yeah. We're saving them for postseason.
Right. The Bengals are 3.5-point favorites tomorrow, and not surprised. They're playing some pretty good ball right now, and they're in a playoff hunt themselves, as we are. The Vikings have not done well in Cincy, 1-7 all time. And again, catch all that tomorrow beginning at noon. So you got that right into the Bison game afterwards. It's going to be a glorious day of football. From the scoreboard last night, our Wolves were winners over the Mavs, 119-101, and our Wild skated past the Flames in a shootout, 3-2. Hey, if you want to take care of your hockey fix, we've got our Fargo Force here this weekend at Shields Arena. In fact, they're skating against Sioux Falls tonight, 7:05. The puck drops, and if you want to be there for free, give us a call now, 701-237-4949. We've got some 4-packs. We've got some pairs. You tell us what you want. First come, first serve while supplies last. Again, 701-237-4949. That's your Fox Sports at Fox Forecast again today with daytime highs staying steady in the 30s. We'll see some rain eventually, and that could turn maybe into snow later tonight, but dry for the weekend, and again, remaining in the 30s. One day after we hit a record yesterday.
Man, that was nice.
49 was a new record that we set yesterday.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well,
48, the old record.
Man.
So, right now, 39 at 6:16.
And coming up, I don't know, I got the story around here somewhere. Some holiday nonsense. We'll share it with you coming up.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
I do believe you're home for the holidays, right?
Yes, home for the holidays. We might do some day trips, have some fun trips and stuff. And I don't know, Marge was threatening something about Cracker Barrel visit. So you never know.
But you're not flying.
Nope, not in the air. Nope, staying on the ground. Old terra firma.
Popular time to fly, though, and we've got here some tips to avoid losing your luggage when you fly. Boy, that's the worst.
Don't bring any.
There's that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's tip 1 for you. Tip 2, buy some Apple AirTags. Now, this isn't a bad idea. You can pop one in your bag. It's become a very popular hack, but they're not cheap.
Yeah.
A 4-pack costs around $100.
But that's a 4-pack, so now you can tag your wife's car. I mean, all kinds of stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
Your daughter, what's she up to?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that 4-pack, that's $25 a stock.
Another tip, take a photo of your luggage before you fly. Now, a lot of bags look the same, so if yours gets lost, it's helpful to have a photo you can send to the airline. They also suggest tying a ribbon or a unique bag tag on
That's
it.
what we do.
Helps.
Yeah,
and I see that a lot, especially a very colorful one, maybe a neon-colored ribbon.
Right.
Yeah. The problem is that so many people are doing that now.
Yep.
You go, there's mine. Wait, that's not mine.
No, mine. Yeah, that's the same red, but no, that's not mine.
Right. And then another tip, print out your itinerary and put it inside your bag. So if it ends up in the wrong city and they open up your bag.
All the info's right there. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So there you go. Some tips to avoid losing your luggage when you fly.
Right. And also the little booze bottles. They're fun too. That's another tip when you're flying.
That's for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, attitude. It's all about attitude, You got to stay happy.
That's right.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show.
On 107.9 The Fox.
Oh, they say we stream so much content now, it's like a part-time job. You stream a lot?
Only when I'm in the bathroom.
They say the average American streams over 21 hours of content a week.
Speaking of streaming, did you hear, off topic, okay, but kind of still the same, that Vivek Ramaswamy, the guy running the Republican hopeful?
Yep.
He was doing some kind of a live chat with Elon Musk, and he left his mic on. He was taking a leak as he was doing it. It was like the ultimate live stream, man. It was hilarious. I heard the footage.
Just like the classic scene from Naked Gun.
That was exactly what it was like. But anyway, back to real live streaming.
Well, they say the state that streams the most is Wyoming, but hey, are you surprised? What else is there to do in Wyoming, right?
Well, not much.
Yeah. Minnesota is the top state for true crime shows. Isn't that what your wife likes to watch a lot?
Margie loves watching murder shows. Yeah, don't think I don't know either.
But, of course, this time of year, holiday movies are a big thing. But not only this time of year. 2/3 occasionally watch them other times. And no surprise here, most of them are women. 74%.
Yep. I believe that, because Margie's usually, when I get home, she's, she doesn't watch regular TV. I don't even know why we have cable,
Right.
She's watching Netflix or something like that, or a program or something,
The state where people are most likely to watch Christmas movies out of season? No big surprise either.
Wisconsin?
Alaska.
Oh.
It always feels like Christmas.
Yeah,
there,
you're so close to the North Pole.
Right?
Yeah, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
Santa's watching there.
Yeah.
Right over the hill.
There he is with his binoculars.
There he is. He's got his binoculars. No pants.
This is the Fox Morning Show.
Now, here's what's trending on 107.9 The Fox.
Well, hey, we're so used to playing the best classic rock that really rocks. How about we try something different?
Okay.
Scientists have recorded what they claim is the worst song in history.
Scientists?
Scientists, right?
So they went out with the means of making the worst song ever.
Correct.
Okay, they're not just bad musicians.
Well,
who happen to be scientists during the day, rockers at night.
What makes this song even worse? It's 22 minutes long.
Oh, that's probably one of the bad parts about it.
Yeah, and we possibly can't play all of it, but here's a snippet.
something for everybody.
There's a lot going on there, man.
I love it.
You heard it kind of started there with an accordion. Did you like the opera singing rapper?
Yeah, at that point, I thought they just were copying Chumbawamba. I was like, wow, this sounds like you've recreated Chumbawamba.
And it's almost like they pulled AC/DC into it there in the end with the bagpipe.
Well, everybody likes a little rock and roll, right?
Now, in the full song, there's also a children's choir chanting about holidays and how to shop at Walmart and an angry woman yelling into a bullhorn. So there's a lot going on in this song.
Wow.
We don't have enough time to play all 22 minutes of it.
Still better than Ghost with a Boner from Diarrhea Planet.
But they're claiming it's the worst song ever.
Hey, yeah, it's going to be on Amazon Prime. I'm sure you can pick it up anywhere.
Locally owned and operated by Radio FM Media.
We're your home for the Bison and #1 for classic rock that really rocks. 107.9 The Fox. Now, here's today's headlines with the Fox Morning Show.
On 107.9 The Fox.
What are you wearing? What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
Did you know that today is National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day?
That person is wearing an ugly Christmas sweater.
Well, if you didn't, now you do. And
Today is National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day.
Wearing this ugly Christmas sweater.
don we now our gay apparel.
Ugly sweaters.
Ugly Christmas sweaters. All right, showtime.
What?
We're saving ours for next week.
That's right, because we're wearing our Bison gear today. Horns up.
Yeah.
Right?
So there.
Yeah.
Right. Plus, we didn't get the memo until this morning.
No, but it is Friday, and so it really doesn't matter. Rejoice, have fun, and look at this Fox forecast. It's
Fantastic.
still
The whole
looking
weekend.
Sweet. Now, not as good as yesterday when we hit that record of 49. That was awesome. Today, we're going to stay steady in the 30s all the way through the weekend. There is a chance of some rain later, and that could maybe turn into some snow later tonight.
Yeah.
But no significant amount. But if you are heading like south towards the cities or maybe even Sioux Falls area, you might want to take a peek and see what's going on in those areas. So just keep that in mind if you got travel plans for the weekend. But that full Fox forecast, of course, right there at the website, 1079thefox.com. 39 now at 7:02.
Welcome to it, dear Friday, the 15th day of December. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. 2 men have serious injuries after a crash on I-29 yesterday at 5:43 near mile marker 136, about 2 miles south of Grand Forks. Highway Patrol says a GMC Acadia driven by an 81-year-old man from Detroit, Devil's Lake, and a Dodge Durango driven by a 54-year-old man from Thompson were southbound on I-29 in the left lane. For unknown reason, the GMC was traveling well below the posted speed limit. The Dodge struck the rear end of the GMC. The GMC came to rest in the median. The Dodge came to rest across both southbound lanes of the interstate. Both drivers were transported to All True Hospital in Grand Forks with serious injuries. Well, the fall semester comes to a close today for college students in North Dakota, and for some, that means graduation. North Dakota State University and UND are both hosting their winter commencement ceremonies today. Both schools will have multiple ceremonies to celebrate the important academic achievement. NDSU will host ceremonies today at 2 and 5 at the Sanford Health Athletic Complex. You can also see it on YouTube, the university's channel. It'll be live streamed there. Same for UND. They'll host at 1 and 4 at Chester Fritz, both ceremonies. That'll be live streamed on the school's Facebook and YouTube pages. Congratulations to all graduates.
Absolutely.
The bar manager and 3 other employees at a bar in Memphis called Mugshots were arrested for allegedly beating up a waitress on Sunday.
Oh.
And so they got all their mugshots taken.
Oh.
How fun is that? There's
right.
a full circle moment, you dick. Here's a few of the rudest things you can do at a holiday party. Bringing a +1 without mentioning it.
Oh.
Hiding a mess, like if you spill red wine on a carpet.
Oh.
You know, yeah. And then showing up empty-handed and getting too drunk. We all know that guy.
Maybe do all those. They'll be talking about you on Monday at work.
God. The neighbors of Jeff Bezos says he never picks up trash in his yard. They say it's a bad look for him. It's not as bad as that cowboy hat, but it's a bad look. A rundown of holiday tidings include people think Santa's Norwegian.
Oh.
26% of people say they've never peeked at a present. And 3% of people think retailers should keep their holiday displays up year-round. I completely agree. Spirit Halloween should be open year-round. 100%. The top reason kids love the holidays are the gifts, visiting Santa, decorating the house, the food, and no school. That's the same for adults, except no work.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Over 115 million Americans are expected to travel 50 or more miles for the holidays, and most of them will do that by car. And 2 of those 50 miles will be argument-free.
Just 2.
And then finally, this is kind of a big deal. The animated short Steamboat Willie, featuring the first appearances of Mickey and Minnie Mouse, enters the public domain next year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as of January 1st. That's up to grabs. Anybody wants to use it, they can use it. Yeah.
Yeah, I say that because, that's what happened with Winnie the Pooh, and they turned it into some really bad
Blood and Honey
horror.
This year was a terrible, that's just you can expect the porn to come out January 2nd.
See?
Exactly.
That's exactly
it. Everybody's going to wreck it now. That's your news for now.
All right, coming up this morning, man, our Football Friday rolls on. We've got Sam next hour to find out everything you need to know about tomorrow's game. Plus, coming up here shortly, we're calling the Visitors Center in Missoula to find out, is Missoula a fun town? The Herd will be there soon, so we want to know. Speaking of the Bison, we've got some football news for you next in sports.
Missoula, Montana. Coach Houck's team has played really well. They've won some big games on the road at Idaho, being one of them that I know I think it was a late night game. I had opportunity to watch a little bit of it, but I have a ton of respect and admiration for Coach Houck and the way he does things. They play unbelievably hard, and we know that it's going to be an environment second to none. 25,000 plus fans at Washington Grizzly Stadium.
Oh man, another tough road test for sure for our Bison here in the semifinal matchup with the second-seeded Montana Grizzlies. The winner moves on to Frisco. How about that? The way this season has gone, Dave, did you think we would be in this position?
Nope. I would have never called that, man. I never would have dreamed of it. So, I hope they can just finish it and get to
And we're favorites.
Get to Frisco, not by much.
No, a 1-point favorite, though, going into, again, Montana over there in Missoula. And we have all the coverage, of course, right here on your Bison Nation station tomorrow with all that starting at 12:30, kickoff at 3:30, not only on your radio, but on your phone, on your smart speaker, or online at 1079thefox.com. More on this matchup when Sam Niederman stops by for the Bison Blitz next hour, presented by Pendleton Whiskey. So, it's good times. Good times.
It is.
Meanwhile, not so much for former Bison Easton Stick and his Chargers last night.
That was tough, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Most points the Raiders have ever scored. 63. Most points the Chargers have ever given up. 63-21.
And this
far cry from the previous week.
Yeah, just 4 days ago, the Vikings held them to a goose egg.
Yeah.
They didn't score anything. And then they set a franchise record for scoring the most points ever. 63.
Right, yes.
And so, if you're Easton Stick, I mean, it's your first game you've ever started in the NFL, and that's it? Oh, my God. And it's not like it was, just a bad game for Easton. He did throw 3 touchdowns. He did have some turnovers, including a pick 6.
No, it was.
But it was
that first half was ridiculous.
I mean, the running back fumbled, the
turnover after turnover after turnover. Yeah, fumbles.
Oh my God,
just ridiculous. Getting stripped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that punt returner. It was like the defender came up to him and just grabbed it from him, and he just gave it to him, kind of like he just watched him take it from him.
I just sat there stunned. I was like, "How? What?"
It was weird. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a tough one again last night to kick off Week 15 in the NFL. Meanwhile, our Vikings will be in action tomorrow. It's a nooner, so you can watch that. And then right into that Bison game, we will be without Brian O'Neill and Alexander Madison. Those two have already been ruled out. Justin Jefferson still questionable, but all indications are he is going to play. And we go into Cincy, where we have had very little success. We've only won once in the history of the Vikings.
That's so weird.
Only once have they ever won in Cincinnati. So, and we're 3.5-point underdogs in this. So, the Bengals, they're playing with their backup quarterback as well, but they've also been playing pretty well, and they're in the playoff hunt just like we are. Both come in with a record of 7-6. Should be fun. Meanwhile, that scoreboard from last night, the Wolves were winners over the Mavs, 119-101. The Wild in a shootout over the Flames, 3-2. We've got Force tickets if you want to take care of your hockey fix this weekend. In fact, the Force are skating against Sioux Falls tonight at Shields Arena. Puck drops at 7:05. You want to go for free? Well, we've got tickets. Callers, I don't know, 7, 8, 9. No, let's just go first come, first serve on there.
All right, yeah. Yep. 237-4949 while supplies last.
That's right. We've got pairs. We've got 4-packs. Tell us what you want for tonight's game. That's your Fox Sports. That Fox forecast again, fantastic. Temperature-wise, remaining in the 30s for today, but there is some rain likely later that maybe could turn into some snow tonight as we drop down into the 20s and then dry the rest of the weekend again, returning to the 30s for the daytime highs. It's all there at 1079thefox.com. 39 now at 7:14.
Well, the herd is migrating west for the big game tomorrow, so we're going to call the visitor center in Missoula, find out what the heck do you do in Missoula? Do we need to bring stuff? Well, we'll call them coming up.
Now here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
Calling the visitor center over there in Missoula, Montana.
Mountain time over there. They're just opening up.
It's because they got mountains, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. A frequently asked question is, what's there to do in Missoula? Well, we're going to find out.
Right. That's the reason we're calling the Office of Travel and Tourism, better known as Destination Missoula.
Another frequently asked question is Missoula a fun town?
Good morning, Destination Missoula. This is Sage.
Hey, Sage, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Well, this is a radio station. This is the 107.9 The Fox in Fargo, North Dakota, the Fox Morning Show. We've got a large group of people coming for a big game on Saturday, and we're like, what are we going to do in Missoula, Montana? Well, let's call the Office of Travel and Tourism.
Yeah, look at you guys. Yeah. When do you guys arrive?
So I imagine a lot of people are probably coming today.
Yeah, so there's, it just kind of depends on what everyone's interests are. So we always kind of start with that.
We like to drink.
Drinking's great. We have a lot of great breweries. So we have, people are more than welcome to come to our visitor center. We're located downtown, and we have a list of, we have our visitor's guide. Not at the visitor center, but we could tell you where to go, depending on what sort of drink you're interested in. We also have, we have a winery here in town, and we also have a cider place in town, and we have distillery, and so we have lots of drinks. There will be no shortage of drinks.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot to do too. Like there's the Smoke Jumper Visitor Center. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it is really interesting. I'm not sure of their hours, like in the off season right now. That I would have to check on that. But
now that's not a clever name for a dispensary, right? That's actually for firefighters.
No, that's legit.
Yes. Got it. Okay.
But marijuana is legal in Montana.
It is, but in certain counties. So not every county in Montana is legal.
Gotcha.
It's only certain counties.
Oh, how about Missoula?
Right.
And the county they're in.
So in Missoula, it is legal in our county.
You guys throw down in Missoula.
All right, smoke them if you got them.
There you go.
Right.
Hey, where do you like to go for pizza, and where do you like to go for burgers?
So one of our favorite places is called the Mo Club. So it is also a bar, just so you know. So you said you like drinking. They have really great hamburgers, and they have they're just well known. It's a very popular, famous bar that's kind of been around for
Sage,
many years.
I feel like you looked that up. Where does Sage go?
I go to the Mo Club. I was there last week. I was there last week.
Okay.
What does Sage drink? What do you like to drink?
It depends on what I'm in the mood for. There's a really good Bloody Mary at Montgomery Distillery.
Nice.
If you're interested in that. There's good cocktails. There's a place called the Camino. They do kind of street Mexican food, and it's fabulous, and they have really yummy cocktails. We have no shortage of yummy cocktails. A lot of our restaurants do that. So So.
Right on. Are you going to the game on Saturday?
So tickets were really hard to come by.
Oh,
so
yeah?
no,
That's a big stadium.
probably
Yeah.
not this time.
Okay. All right. Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna be cheering for the Bison?
No, I'll probably be cheering for the Grizz.
Oh, that might be.
We're supposed to be the visitors.
It's supposed to open.
I know. We're grateful for you visiting. We're excited. You're gonna have a great time.
Okay, I get it.
Fair enough. We get it. You're a homer. Okay.
So if we were to actually take in some of the beautiful surroundings, I would assume there's lots to do, and we'll come back and talk more about that.
You're listening to the Fox Morning Show.
Coming up next, Dave's Deep Thought.
107.9 The Fox. And now it's time for Dave's Deep Thought with your radio pal, Dave Jacobs.
On 107.9 The Fox.
I kind of wish Dolly Parton sang 10 to 2 instead.
Dave's Deep Thought.
107.9 The Fox. Now here's the Fox Morning Show.
107.9 The Fox.
We're back with our friend Sage, working over there at the Missoula Visitor Center.
What are some things that are fun to do that you don't have to be drinking?
Or smoking.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's kind of what sets Missoula apart from the rest of the state is our proximity of nature to Missoula and also our arts and culture scene. So people who are really into galleries, and we have self-guided walking tours with public art. And so one of the most popular hikes would be the M Trail, which is right on campus. And it probably takes you 20 minutes to get to the top, and you have kind of beautiful views of the campus and of town, and even the stadium, the football stadium. There's not. There's not.
Now you got to bring your own drink. What's the weather supposed to be like this weekend?
Yeah, that's a great question. I was going to bring
that up. I think last time I looked, it was low 30s and cloudy, but I haven't looked in a while.
A light jacket then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 34 and cloudy.
Is the town buzzing? I mean, is everybody excited about their Grizz?
You guys nervous?
Yeah, I mean it's exciting. I mean it's the first time in a while that we've gotten to this level, and I mean based on the ticket sales alone, I mean the season ticket holders. I mean there's almost 19,000 season ticket holders in our stadium. I mean that's a huge,
that's cool.
Huge,
yeah, it seats
huge number.
000?
So
yeah, it's a big stadium.
Yeah, I mean when you have 19,000, like almost 19,000 season ticket holders. Yeah, so we're excited, and we'll see what happens.
Going to be fun, picking up the place, hanging some banners. It's going to be fun.
Sage, we got to get a prediction. What's your score for Saturday's game?
Oh, my gosh. I don't really follow football terribly too much, so I can't even tell you that.
Oh, you can just
That's
I don't know.
Just throw us a number.
Yeah,
just make a guess.
Out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to say that the Grizz are going to win like 32 to 20. How about that? Because we're going to win.
That's funny. That's what the guy in South Dakota said last week.
Yeah.
How about you guys about that? So, all right. That's all right. Well, I'm writing that down.
Are you ready? Are you willing to put, like, say, $100 on that?
Or a beer?
Or a beer?
No.
Okay.
Not even a beer. That's not very confident.
Maybe that.
All right. Well, Sage, I hope that everybody comes at least and stops and says hi to Destination Missoula right there on Main Avenue, downtown
definitely.
Missoula.
We're here to help you guys with all the things you want to do outside of the football game.
Oh,
right.
Perfect. Sage, you've been a lot of help.
Yeah, you're an awesome person, Sage.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks for calling.
All right, we'll see you Saturday. Bye.
Horns up.
Horns
Bye-bye.
up. Bye.
Bye.
What are you wearing? What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
Did you know that today is National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day?
That person is wearing an ugly Christmas sweater.
Well, if you didn't, now you do. And
Today is National Ugly Christmas Sweater Day.
Wearing this ugly Christmas sweater.
don we now our gay apparel.
Ugly sweaters. Ugly Christmas sweaters. All right, showtime.
Gay apparel. What?
But my name's not Don.
And we've got Bison gear on today. Sorry. That comes first.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll get around to the
We'll
ugly
be gay
sweaters
another day.
next.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. This is pretty gay, too, as in happy gay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, the Fox forecast. Again, with daytime highs in the mid to upper 30s. Nothing like yesterday when we broke that record at 49. So close to 50, but not quite there. But 48 was the record anyway, so we beat it. Today, again, 30s. Tomorrow, Sunday, all 30s. There is a chance of some rain later today, and that could turn into snow tonight, but no significant amount. And if you do have travel plans, though, to, like the Twin Cities or Sioux Falls, you're heading south or southeast, you might want to take a peek first before you hit the roads to see what's happening. But that full Fox forecast and all the details anytime at 1079thefox.com. We've got 39 at 8:02.
Here it is, the 15th day of December already. Welcome to it. Here's what's shaking in our corner of the globe. Sad to report 2 men have serious injuries after a crash on I-29 happened yesterday afternoon about 2 miles south of Grand Forks. Highway Patrol says a GMC Acadia driven by an 81-year-old man from Devil's Lake and a Dodge Durango driven by a 54-year-old man from Thompson were southbound on 29 in the left lane. For an unknown reason, the GMC was traveling well below the posted speed limit. The Dodge struck the rear end of the GMC. And the GMC came to rest in the median. The Dodge came to rest across both southbound lanes of the interstate. Both drivers were transported to All True Hospital in Grand Forks with serious injuries. The fall semester is coming to a close today for college students in North Dakota. For some, that means graduation. NDSU and UND are both hosting their winter commencement ceremonies today. Both schools will have multiple ceremonies to celebrate the important academic achievement. NDSU will host ceremonies at 2 and 5. Sanford Health Athletic Complex. You can also live stream it on the university's YouTube channel. And UND will host ceremonies at 1 and 4 at Chester Fritz. And that'll also be live streamed on the school's Facebook and YouTube channels.
I saw that MSU-AM had their graduation day yesterday. And I don't know who it was, but somebody for the school's up doing their speech, and I'm listening going, hey, those are the lyrics from Bohemian Rhapsody.
Would they throw in a Scaramouche or something? Nope, they're doing the Fandango.
That's right. But it sounded cool. It sounded good.
And then she later said something about it, so it's not like she was,
Yep.
The most hated highway in America is US 101 in California.
Oh, I believe it.
Is that the one I was on?
No, you were on
405?
10. Oh, you were probably on 405.
Because that's also in here. The top 3 highways that are hated are all in California, by the way.
What?
I-5 and I-405.
101 is that one that is like right on the cliffs.
Oh, I never saw that. That goes up to Sacramento, I suppose. Then.
Yeah, and I think up to the Bay Area.
How would that be hated? That's got to be gorgeous
up there. It's gorgeous,
but
one wrong turn and you're in the ocean.
Wow. I know how to swim. In a new poll, 77% of parents agree that the holiday season is just as magical now as it was when they were kids. Oh. That's very nice to hear.
Yeah.
And 46% of parents claim gift giving is even more exciting now than when it was when they were kids.
Absolutely.
I completely agree with that.
I bet you it even gets better when you have grandkids.
It does get better. The magic starts all over again, man.
I bet.
A study found being terrified of dying can kill you.
Well,
on average, hypochondriacs die 5 years earlier than everybody else.
Algie, come on, live your life.
Yes, exactly. A list of the most anticipated movies of 2024 include Beetlejuice 2, looking forward to that, Deadpool 3, and Nothing featuring Rob Schneider.
You can do it.
Finally, did you hear about this? The 80s horror flick, The Lost Boys?
No.
Is being turned into a stage musical.
What?
Yeah. The only casting notice they've put out so far is the sexy, oiled-up saxophone guy. I put in an application, but, that's your news for right now.
All right, our Football Friday rolls on with Sam Niederman, the voice of the Bison. He'll be in here shortly to talk about everything you need to know about, well, what's on the field and off the field. But we've got your sports schedule for the weekend coming up next.
Missoula, Montana. Coach Houck's team has played really well. They've won some big games on the road at Idaho, being one of them that I know I think it was a late night game. I had opportunity to watch a little bit of it, but I have a ton of respect and admiration for Coach Houck and the way he does things. They play unbelievably hard, and we know that it's going to be an environment second to none. 25,000 plus fans at Washington Grizzly Stadium.
Yeah, we were talking to Sage last hour from the visitor center over there in Missoula, and it's hard to even find a ticket. And that dang stadium here holds nearly 27,000. Wow.
Yeah, that's a big stadium.
Wow. Yeah. So they're going to be there making some noise. Another tough road test for our Bison up against the second-seeded Montana Grizzlies here in the semifinal round of the FCS playoffs. We are favorites, though, and it's only a 1-point favorite, but still, man, on the road, we're unseeded, they're the second seed, and we're the favorite.
I don't know.
Yeah, interesting for sure. Of course, you can catch all that action right here on your Bison Nation station tomorrow with coverage beginning at 12:30, kickoff at 3:30, not only on your radio, but on your phone, on your smart speaker, or online at 1079thefox.com. And again, here shortly, more on that matchup with Sam. Meanwhile, former Bison, Easton Stick. Hard to forget your very first game that you ever started in the NFL.
Well, it's hard to forget that one.
But you might want to forget it.
Most points the Raiders have ever scored. 63. Most points the Chargers have ever given up. 63-21.
And Stick didn't have a bad game. I mean, he had 3 TDs.
This was not on him.
No.
I mean, other than he had a pick.
Yeah, he had a pick 6 and a fumble, but so did a lot of other people. It just was not there. You got to think that coach who's been on the hot seat could be fired like maybe as early as today.
The announcer last night was calling on the team to fire him at halftime. I was like, man, that's cold. Right before Christmas, too.
Oh, yeah. It was, again, just a demolition. 63-21, the final last night to kick off Week 15 here in the NFL. Our Vikings over there in Cincy, where they're underdogs at 3.5 points, will be without one of our offensive linemen, Brian O'Neill, and our starting running back, Alexander Madison. We're used to our starters not being there this season.
Yep.
What else you got?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
What else is new?
Yeah. Oh, boy. And the Vikings have not done well in Cincinnati. In the history of their matchups, the Vikings are 1-7. We've only won once in Cincinnati. What's up with that?
I don't get that either. At 1-7?
I mean, there was many years.
It's Cincy.
They were called the Bungles.
Yeah. What is that?
So, again, tomorrow, don't be tuning in on Sunday. The game will be long.
Too late.
Too late. It's a nooner tomorrow. And that feeds right into the Bison game afterwards. It's going to be a glorious day of football.
Oh, it will be.
Oh.
Tiger meat.
Oh, yeah.
Chili and pizza and wings.
Yeah, I am. I'm making some tiger meat in honor of us.
Yeah, man. Go for it. It's a great idea. To pick up some saltines, I'll be over.
There you go. All right, checking that scoreboard from last night. The Wolves were winners, 119-101 over the Mavs. And the Wild in a shootout over the Flames, 3-2. Don't forget, you can get your hockey fix this weekend over there at Shields Arena. The Force are home to skate against Sioux Falls. Puck drops at 7:05 tonight. That's your Fox Sports. That Fox forecast again with a chance of some rain later. That could turn into snow later tonight, but no significant amount. Daytime highs in the 30s with overnight lows in the 20s. Full Fox forecast again at 1079thefox.com. 39 right now at 8:12.
Sam Niederman coming in the house. The Bison Blitz is next. Everything you need to know about on and off the field for tomorrow's game.
The Bison Blitz is on. Sam Niederman.
I'm ready.
The voice of the Bison.
Horns up. Go Bison, baby.
Joins the Fox Morning Show to talk Bison football. Presented by Pendleton Whiskey at 107.9 The Fox.
Hey, look who's in the house. Must be Bison Blitz time. Sam Niederman, voice of the Bison. 1660. Sam Niederman.
Look at us.
Good, Dave Moose. Great to be with you guys, as always. We're still
sharp.
going.
Happy Friday.
Thank you. Yeah, try and look sharp on it.
Yeah, you're always looking crisp.
Yeah. I try, Dave.
The question is, do you have all of your holiday shopping done yet?
I've got like 50% of it done.
Okay.
I need to get a couple more gifts for some members of my family. But
right.
Yeah, I tried to get out early and often. The problem is every year I always end up being that guy on like Christmas Eve who's wrapping gifts at the last second.
Panicking, shopping over at the...
It's me and my brother.
Station,
it's always the guys. Me and my brother. We're always, lollying around trying to
last
find
minute,
what we can do last minute.
I'm sure you're just trying to find the perfect gift and you just can't. That's all. Sure.
Well, you've been quite busy between, of course, our football team moving on to the next round. And then, of course, you're also doing some men's basketball this time of year. But let's start with what's happening off the field with our Bison football team. Let's talk about the coach. That was a huge announcement this week.
Yikes.
Yeah, obviously, Coach Entz, great opportunity for him going to USC. You're talking about a really prestigious program out there. And I think everybody in Bison Nation wishes him the best. He had a great run here at NDSU. 10 years, 5 as a defense coordinator, last 5 as the head coach. I think this is where Coach will call home, probably reflecting back on this stage of life. And, I can't speak for him directly, but I know that this place means a lot to him. He really exemplified what it means to be a Bison. So hopefully we can send him out here on the right note. We got two more hurdles to get over, and
send him out on top.
Yeah, with everything that's happened this season and just the story that's being crafted, it really might be something that we talk about for a long time.
If we go on to Frisco, will he be there? I'm hearing conflicting reports.
Yeah, he's coaching through the rest of the playoff run. Yeah, no matter what, till the very end. So if we make it to Frisco, he'll be there, which is good. I'm glad that he'll be here. I think he's handling it the best that he possibly can in that sense. So, and I think it's given the guys, another thing to rally around, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Find a way to get this done. Send off your coach in the right way, and another distraction potentially, another just sort of add to the chip on the shoulder. I think that this is what's fueled NDSU here over the last month plus, so it could be a really good thing.
Well, there's only one team standing in our way now to get to Frisco, and that's the Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's come back and talk about what's on the field. And, of course, that's a big matchup between our Bison and the Grizz of Montana tomorrow.
Sam Niederman.
I'm ready.
The voice of the Bison.
Horns up. Go Bison, baby.
Joins the Fox Morning Show to talk Bison football. Presented by Pendleton Whiskey at 107.9 The Fox.
We're back with the voice of the Bison, Sam Niederman, the Bison Blitz, presented by Pendleton Whiskey, a true Western tradition. Let's talk about what's on the field, and that's a big matchup here in the semifinal round of the FCS playoffs tomorrow.
Man, I am excited for the environment tomorrow. I mean, you guys are going to be blown away, I think. I think everybody in Bison Nation hasn't seen something like this in this type of setting. We've played in big atmospheres before, Iowa, Kansas State. Those are regular season games, though. Those are September games. The reality of it is that those fan bases might have been a little complacent towards the Bison. They might have seen that game on the calendar and been like, yes, North Dakota State, great program. We're going to get a good challenge. But I think they probably had other ones down the line in their conference or their rivals, whoever it might have been, and be like, you know what, this is the big game that we really bring the juice for. That's what we're going to get at Montana. And we're going to be outside for a 27,000 people sold out crowd.
That's a big stadium.
It's a huge stadium for the FCS. It really is. They call it the Mecca of FCS college football. So not quite the Mecca like Madison Square Garden, but
right on.
They got to qualify with the FCS college football there. But it is a really cool venue. I was out there for basketball almost a month ago now. And when I was out there, I just had a funny feeling. I thought, I don't think this is the last time I'm going to be here. I think we might be back here for football or something like that.
And so with the march to Missoula on, here we go, favorites again.
Slight favorites. Yeah,
that's shocking to me.
Isn't it? Well, I think when we look at how we played last Saturday, Moose, I mean, the way the Bison played against USD, they're dangerous. Bobby Houck, who's the head coach for Montana, he came out and said in his press conference earlier, he said, I think North Dakota State's the team to beat in this playoff right now. Like, he knows what they're up against. And when the Bison are at their potential, which we're starting to see, they could be a really good team.
What I've seen is obviously a turnaround with our defense, which is just that's the Bison way, right? But now we're also seeing not only that run game that's kind of been there all year. That passing game has come so alive.
It's balanced. It's the most dynamic offense in the country right now. I mean, they're the number 3 scoring offense in the nation. The Bison, they're number 4 rushing offense, number 7 total offense. Lead the country in passing efficiency. I mean, that's what the formula's been. And I think when you look at Cam Miller, I think he's the best quarterback remaining out of the 4 that are here in the field. I think the Bison have unlimited options when it comes to their skill guys offensively. It seems like it's a different guy every week, and they found an identity. That's the thing. And they're tackling better. They're flying around better on defense. Just playing with an edge. Against South Dakota, the Bison were just teeing off. They're just teeing off on people, which is great to see. I hadn't seen it all year. I don't think our fans had seen it all year either. So, yeah, they've got a chance here. If they play like that, they'll be in good shape. They are going to be on the road. That place is probably worth 7 points or so with the atmosphere and environment that we'll be up against in the elements. I don't think it's going to snow, which is probably good news, but, that's a place where it gets a little tricky. So NDSU will need to bring its best. They cannot bring anything less than its best if they want to move on and advance to Frisco.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they bring that team we saw last week, and gee whiz, man.
Oh, yeah.
that was special. So coverage beginning at 12:30 here on your Bison Nation station with a kickoff at 3:30.
Yeah. I'm going to get so mixed up because, we're going to be on Mountain Time again, and that's where we're at Montana State. But, 3:30 locally here in Fargo, Central Time kick. It's going to be an awesome game. I'm really pumped for what this one could mean in the Bison story. I mean, we've never seen this before. 3 consecutive road playoff games, to be unseeded and to go into 3 seeded teams' house and potentially knock them all off to get to the grand stage, to get to Frisco.
To get a payback.
Yeah, and potentially play your rival.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll know after tonight, right? The Jacks are playing later today.
That's right.
The first semi. So it'll already be in print who's going to be the Bison's opponent. And it's likely going to be the Jacks if they move on. So it's really writing a pretty cool Hollywood script.
It really is, isn't it? Yeah, they couldn't have done much better.
We were hoping.
That really did, man, for sure.
Nobody would have saw this coming in October. I mean, who would have saw this coming in October?
Right.
No way.
All right, we're not done with you yet. We're going to come back, and we're going to do our 3 quick picks in the NFL.
Now, here's the Fox Morning Show
with Sam's 3 quick picks.
On 107.9, The Fox.
Our man Sam, he's back. Voice of the Bison 1660. So we're talking NFL picks. You got 3. You need your lock. You need your long shot.
And then we'll have a bonus pick here for him in just a bit. Coming off another great weekend, 2-1. You only got your lock wrong.
The one you're supposed to get right, yeah.
2-1. We're making money. So let's start with your lock for this weekend. Week 15 in the NFL.
Can you believe that already?
We're 15 deep here, guys. I'm going to go with the game Sunday afternoon. Rematch of a Super Bowl in the 90s. Bills-Cowboys, right? Bills are 2.5-point favorites at home. Cowboys are... Everybody's on the Cowboys. Everybody's saying, they're looking good. They got to 10-3. Dak playing a little better. They're starting to heat up.
They're looking good, but we haven't gotten to the postseason
Exactly.
yet.
Well, that's why I'm picking against them here this week. I'm going to go with the Bills as my lock. 2.5 at home. Give me the Bills to win and cover. I think Dallas, you can never trust these guys in any type of must-have-it situation. So I'm going to go with the Bills, who, played tough against Kansas City. They're fighting for their life right here. I think the hungry dog runs faster here. I like the Bills minus 2.5.
Oh, nice.
All right, and your upset pick of the weekend?
Upset pick. These are tough. These are always tough. I think Commanders-Rams is an interesting game. A lot of points in this game. Rams 6.5-point favorites. Ron Rivera, the Commanders, right? A rough year. I'm going to say the Commanders. Give me the Commanders with the points.
All right.
All right, points.
6.5.
Yeah, 6.5. I think Washington finds a way against their one of their old coaching staff members, Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Right? Washington against the Rams. That'll be my upset. Plus 6.5 to cover. Not to win. Just give me the Washington Commanders to cover right there.
Fair enough.
I think that's a gutsy one, but we'll roll with it. And finally, that bonus pick, we got to go back to the Vikings, who are going into Cincinnati, and they have not had a lot of success in Cincinnati. In fact, they've only won once in the history. And
1 in 7 games.
1 in 7 in Cincy.
Yeah.
They're rolling with St. Nick as their quarterback.
Yeah, Nick Mullins.
Perfect time.
Yeah,
Perfect time to break out St. Nick.
I wish Dobbs' sanity would continue here. I can't believe that it's kind of fizzled out to an end. But I mean, hey. A win's a win for the Vikings, right? 3-0 over the Raiders.
That's right.
I couldn't believe it, man.
A W's a W.
I was out to eat, and I watched the scoreboard. I was like 0-0 right now. You got to be kidding me with these guys. That is an interesting note, though. 1 in 7, cross-conference game. You don't see this type of game that much. Bengals are playing with their second stringer, too, with Brownings. Burrow is out. I like Minnesota, though, to go on the road. I think the Browning magic kind of fizzles out a little bit for Cincy. I've been kind of becoming a Viking fan ever since. I mean, they're always on TV. Out here. I've been converted, so I'm going to go Minnesota on the road. 1 in 7 turns to 2 in 7 against the Bengals.
I like it. So a quick recap: the Vikings over the Bengals in the bonus pick. His upset pick again: the Commanders with the 6.5.
With the 6.5. I think they'll find a way to score some points there.
And then your lock: the Bills beating the Cowboys.
Yeah, Bills against the Cowboys. They're at home, and again, who can trust the Cowboys at this time of year? It's getting too good to be true. So give me Buffalo, which needs a win to stay relevant here in this AFC playoff picture.
They sure do. All right.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a fun weekend. We'll find out Monday, buddy. Well, thanks, Sam Eaton, voice of the Bison. You bet. Merry Christmas.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.